Okay, so I thought I was filming, but apparently I was not. So what I've already done is I've already calibrated my calorimeter. So we have 0. I know it's hard to see on your guys' end, but we have 0. And then we have our absorption and our transmission for both the water and then for our first solution, which was the 0.025. So I apologize for that. I am going to now show you what I'm doing for the rest of the solutions though. So right now I have just dumped out my first solution of my copper 2 nitrate. So right now I'm cleaning it as it calls for in the procedure. We are going to rinse the sides of our cuvette, so that way there's nothing but this solution inside of the cuvette. So now we're going to be doing the 0.25. So I've already calibrated the graph. I've already set it up. So I've already done steps 4 and 5, and I apologize that I did show my camera, but apparently it did not record. So I apologize for not being able to show you guys that. Okay, so I got my cuvette with my 0.05 molar solution, and I'm going to wipe down the sides with my chem wipe, place it into the calorimeter, and then close it. Now, when we had the water in here, the absorption, which is over here in the lower right-hand corner, it was reading as 0. When we had the 0.025 solution, it was reading about 0.012, I believe, and now it has basically doubled. So since the concentration that I now have in the calorimeter is double the amount of the previous one, I should expect to see a double the amount in the absorption. So it's pretty much kind of leveling out at 0.117. So I'm going to go ahead and keep that number. And then I'm going to type in the molarity of that solution, and I'm going to keep that point. Okay, so now as you can see, we have our water, which is here. Then we have our 0.025, and then we have our 0.050. So we have the solutions already. So we have 3 of the solutions that we need for this graph. So now I'm going to do the same thing for the last 3. I'm going to empty this out, rinse it, and I'll show you guys with the last one with this next one what I'm going to do, and then I'm going to do the other 2 on my own, and then have you guys take a look at the graph after I do all that. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing. I rinsed it out with water, rinsed the sides with my solution that I'm now going to be testing. So I'm just going to rinse the sides a little bit better this time. There we go. Okay. And I'm going to fill this up 3/4 of the way full. All right, close that up. All right, take my chem wipe. Okay. Place the cuvette into the calorimeter, close it up. And already I'm starting to see a huge jump of doubling the amount that was previous to the solution before this one. So I'm already seeing it increase. It's going about 0.220 to 0.221. And it looks like it's leveling out at about 2. I'm still moving. Never mind. Okay, so it's leveling out at about 220 for the most part. So I'm going to go ahead and keep that amount. Then I'm going to type in 0.100 for the molarity. Actually, I'm just going to do 10. Okay, so there's that point all the way up here. All right, I'm going to finish off with the last 2, and I'll talk about their absorbencies that I saw, and then in the next video I'll show you guys the graph, and then we're going to add the brass and then be able to determine what its molarity is. So stay tuned.